searching for enthusiasm as voting begins. Shevrin Jones isn't looking for allies. He's looking for accomplices. In this week's SFGN, online now and on stands tomorrow, Florida's first and only LGBTQ state senator talks with me about the thin line between having real power and being powerless in Tallahassee. He held a town hall at the Pride Center on Friday and talked about the hard reality facing LGBTQ after this election. Jones named 4 purple Senate districts that, if won, would give Democrats meaningful input into bills next session. However, if Republicans get a net gain of just 1 seat, just 1, they'll have a supermajority, and Democrats will be powerless to check Governor DeSantis' tyranny. The problem is it was a town hall where the town didn't show up. Only about a dozen people were there. A lack of enthusiasm Jones attributes to relentless Republican attacks, telling me, quote, "We're seeing with the electorate to where the Republicans are doing exactly what they're trying to do, which is drain the strength out of individuals like ourselves," end quote. That's why he's looking for accomplices, meaning, quote, people who will go above and beyond in desperate times. I want individuals who are willing to get in the foxhole, not just stand in the foxhole and call for help. Individuals get in there with me because they know we're in danger, end quote. You can read much more of my interview with Senator Jones and SFGN online now and on stands tomorrow. And you know, this is something that we've been talking about for months, and that's enthusiasm overall. I've been going to lots, you know, Al and I, as you mentioned, we did the town hall meeting together, which was packed. You know, we had about nearly 200 people come to Hagan Park for that. But overall, there's just no enthusiasm out there. I mean, campaigns, and they say that we're so close. Yeah, I still feel, my feeling when I get out there is that we're just on life support. And mail-in ballots are going to start showing up in your mailboxes this week. Return them as soon, you know, fill them out, return them as soon as you get them, because they will check your signature. And if your signature doesn't look exactly like it does when you registered 20 years ago or whatever, they will call you and you can fix your ballot. Right. You know, you can go in and you can fix it and make sure your vote counts. So the earlier you get this done, the better for all of us.
But this apathy, we've talked about this on the show every week. We talk about this all the time. And I'm just curious, is this apathy specific to the gay community in South Florida, or is it the same with the gay community in Tampa and St. Pete and Orlando? I mean, is the problem here?
I think it goes way beyond the gay community.
At the Pride Center.
Yes, I'm asking if it was, you think it goes beyond here?
I think it's nationwide. Unfortunately, there aren't, you know, a lot of candidates that make people excited. And, you know.
You know, it's funny though, on the other side, they have no problem being excited about DeSantis. They have no problem being excited about the reelection.
And they are very excited about that.
They're rabid, foaming at the mouth.
I mean, even Val Demings, that she has some traction. I'm concerned.
No, you go.
Speaking to enthusiasm, there are some groups in Wilton Manors, Greater Fort Lauderdale, that are working to try and open up an office, get out the vote office, register people until the 11th. They're trying to get one opened on or around the drive. They're still working.
Weekend of October, I think they're trying to get to it.
They're hopefully, they still haven't signed a lease yet, as of this morning when I was double checking. So they're trying to get it out there so we can put politics. We can be a political party, literally in the middle of the party, and hopefully get some, some people to pay attention.
There it is. You hit the pulse. You hit it right there. I'm holding my pulse. There's no silver lining to this story. Often we had Ryan Hurst last night as an anchor at Core News Tonight. The National Task Force dinner is going to be October 22nd at Miami Beach Convention Center. There. They're going to raise a gigantic amount of money, red, white, and you. And the emphasis is that your involvement is important. We reported last night that a 2% increase in voter turnout in Broward County will mean that Val Demings wins for Senate and means Charlie Crist will win for governor if there's a 2% turnout increase. Will that happen? That's the unknown. There's no silver lining in this story. We have talked about this and talked about this and talked about this, and we have apathy even in our own table because of reporting your story, which is a very great story that should be read in South Florida Gay News, is a situation where we are so fatigued of saying vote, 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 but we can't get you to understand how important it is. One of the anchors last night said, how is it possible that we have the apathy that we do with what we have watched DeSantis do in the past 12 months?
Exactly.
It's antithetically illogical, but that's where the LGBTQ community is. And your story is beyond sad, not because of the writer and the words, we'll consider. It's beyond sad because think about the three connections that John points out in his story. Shevrin Jones comes to Wilton Manors, is the first Black LGBTQ senator in Florida history, state senator in Florida history. Is he important?
Hell yeah.
Yes, he's important.
Hell yeah.
He comes to the biggest, largest LGBT Pride Center in all of the South, Pride Center at Equality Park, in the LGBT gayest community, arguably in America or the world, and Wilton Drive. And the combination of those three stars aligning means for an election on November 8th, 12 people show up.
Right.
How incredibly disappointing is that? If you're listening to my voice or you read this story tomorrow in South Florida Gay News and you don't do something about it and you do not get your friends that support the community and do something about it, shame on you. And I know right now my words are landing flat.
What if,
Because, one final thought, 12 people are at Pride Center with the first historic Black senator in Florida, in the gayest place on planet Earth. Well, you could go, oh, it was really busy, you know, it was raining a lot. But if you walked literally a quarter of a mile away, this bar was full, and this bar was full, and this bar was full, and this bar was full. It's not that. That's not what's going on.
Right.
It's we don't care.
I agree with that.
That's what's going
Devil's advocate, Al, you could don't think for a second that maybe the Pride Center did not do correct marketing and people didn't see.
And what if
because Shevrin Jones is incredible. I mean, he's in a great draw, and 12 people went.
And what if Hunter's hosted it? Hunter's got that big room. They could have tables. What if they hosted it? What if the Manor hosted it? What if one of the gay bars hosted a politician?
You know, we're going to be sitting here on Queer News Tonight on Wednesday, November 9th, and it's happening out on Wednesday, November 9th, and our headline lead story is going to be, what the hell happened?
It might not be hell, but...
Right.
If Fay has her way, it won't be hell.
Well, you know, I think that the other challenge is that so many people, you know, don't want to find out about the candidates, and they just say, tell me who to vote for. And if you say, tell me who to vote for.
We just told you who to vote for.
Exactly. Well, I can't say that because of Jewish community.
I said it. Val Demings.
If they have a big D in front of their name, vote for them.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out Television Network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.